Hello, my name is Gorul Karni and I'm a final year student at Ajinkya Patil University Pune and currently pursuing my BTech in Information Technology Data Science. So today I'm here to present my internship review on predictive maintenance in bearing motors. So before I start explaining about my project, so let me give a brief about the company. So company name is China Techians Private Limited. So as I said, the project name is Predictive Maintenance in Bearing Motors, which I am currently working on in this company. So talking about the company, China Techians is a leading company in data science and digital transformation company. So it has a core objective to bring the power of data using AI and machine learning to every business. And also it delivers AI powered software and technical solution to the companies. So talking about the project, so the main project name is the predictive maintenance. So as this predictive maintenance is a wide topic, so we have divided it into three different topics, we can say, that is the feature extraction, the anomaly detection and the fault classification. So talking about the feature extraction, so feature extraction mainly comprises of the data aggregation part and the feature selection part. So whenever the data gets recorded from any machine, so it is recorded from a sensor that is known as vibration sensor. So the data recorded is in the form of vibrations. So this data needs to get converted into time domain so that we can perform some of the machine learning algorithms and build a model for that data. So for that we need to perform the feature extraction method. So talking exactly about the feature extraction, so the data recorded in the form of vibrations, so as soon as we convert it into the time domain form, so we need to perform the feature selection part. So for that feature selection we need to calculate different features of it, like the mean, the standard deviation, variance, skewness, kurtosis, etc. So from these features we need to select the best possible features using the parameter evaluation technique. So basically the parameter evaluation technique comprises or tells that which are the best features for our model. So according to that the features get selected, and in that format we need to aggregate this data into one data frame. So that is all about the feature extraction. Talking about the anomaly detection, so as the name comprises, to detect the anomaly in the data. So as we are working on the bearing part of the machines, so it can have basically three types of defects, we can say, that is the inner race, the outer race, and one another file is the normal, that is not kind of defect, but the main two defects are the inner race and the outer race fault. So basically talking more about the inner race fault, so inner race fault is the defect which is caused in the bearing, or we can say inside the cage of the bearing, of the particular bearing, and the outer race default is the defect which is caused outside the cage form of the bearing. So that is about the inner race fault and the outer race fault. To detect these features, and are these features actually present in this in the data which we have recorded, so this is all about the anomaly detection. So in anomaly detection then various algorithms are performed, like the best selected algorithms we have done is till now is the PCA, that is the principal component analysis, and one of those is autoencoder. So trying both of these we got to know that autoencoder gives about 99% accuracy and PCA gives about 90 to 90% accuracy, 90 point we can 90 to 91% accuracy. So that which says that autoencoder is more better than PCA. But actually talking about the PCA, the PCA is a statistical procedure, or we can say a dimensionality reduction method. So whatever data we get after the data aggregation part, so we need, so as the data is very large, so we need to reduce that data into one particular dimensions, so that we can work easily with that data. So that is what is done in PCA. But actually what the problem with PCA is that PCA not always gives the better results. So that is why autoencoder is more preferred in this case. And the third is the fault classification. So talking about the fault classification, so as the anomaly detection part detects the anomaly, that whether there is an anomaly in the data or not. So for that, so to know more about that fault and where actually the fault is there the fault in the inner data or the outer data, so that is what is done in the fault classification method. So uh, talking about the project architecture, so this is the overall we can say the architecture of this predictive maintenance. So what happens is, as I said that we collect the raw data from the machines, so this need to be pre-processed. So for that pre-processing we like the the normal cases which we use to handle the missing values, and all these procedures are applied, and the features are extracted and selected, and the best possible features and features are selected, and according to the data is prepared. That is the data aggregation part. Then after that we do the feature extraction part, as I said. Then we apply the machine learning algorithms. So as I said in before slide, that we apply the PC and the autoencoder. So such kind of some more algorithms are also performed. And also after the means after we had used the PCA, so we need to define these clusters. So for that cluster problems, so we use the k-means method. But actually problem with k-means is also that k-means does not give more better clusters. So we can also use one more procedure that is known as the dbscan method. So it is the similar to the clustering problems. So dbscan is the density based clustering problem which gives the result in more spherical form. The clusters which are formed by dbscan are more spherical in nature. So that is what these two procedures we can use for the clustering purposes. And then the model is created after further applying the algorithms. Then the best model selection is done after the we can say the anomaly detection and the fault classification problem. And then this total selected models, so these are means assembled, or what is said in these terms is the model ensembling part. So these models are ensembled together, and the we know about the maintenance, that where actually the fault is and where we need to where we need to means want to perform this predictive maintenance. Then the use case diagram. So actually talking about this model, so how this model is going to be actually in the user case, means actually when this is in the form of API. So actually how the user is going to input the data and all the bearing characteristics. So this is shown in this diagram. So as we can see that user when means actually when user uploads this data, also the user need to input the bearing ball characteristics. So these bearing ball characteristics comprises of the different characteristics like the shaft rate, the number of bearing balls present in that particular cage, then the diameter, then the pitch. So all these characteristics are basically needed for the classification part. So these are also important. Then the further work is done by the backend model, which we will which we are performing on, or the work we are performing, that is the feature extraction and the data aggregation and the anomaly detection and the fault classification part. So talking about the spectral analysis, as it is defined here about in the fault classification part. So spectral analysis is also a method used in fault classification, which actually uses the power spectrum method. The power spectrum, the method is that it visualizes the part, means actually the part of the defect, that actually the inner or the outer in the form of frequencies. So that is the spectral analysis method. Then this is the demo output of the user interface. So here we can see that that it is asking, so hello user, so please give your respective inputs. So the user can input the data set whichever the user has collected, and the bearing characteristics, some of the bearing characteristics. So that is about my internship review. Thank you.